Okay, the last one is increased personal well-being. So basically, when this is what I said, you need to look after yourself before you can look after others. Okay, so if you need to exercise a certain amount of times, if you need to see a therapist, if you need to have extra activities outside of work that help you to relax and enjoy your job and help you to just process anything that happened in the day, that's exactly what you need. So that if something goes wrong at work, or if somebody at work has had a traumatic experience, or is just struggling with a workload, you can help them. I do think each employee's, and the boss of course, but each employee's emotional well-being is very important to look after. Okay, the qualities of great leadership ability. Alright, so this was an interesting idea that I got from this article I was reading. Okay, so what I've just spoken about was emotional intelligence and why it's beneficial for a company to be emotionally perceptive of yourself and others, okay? But now this is specifically aiming at qualities that the leader would do that demonstrates emotional intelligence in your leader. Okay, so this isn't just qualities that you would want in your workplace. That's why that could make organization work well. This is actual qualities that the leader needs to have, in my opinion. I wrote it down because I agree with it. Okay, logic and intellectual ability is involved, obviously, but sometimes when we're too logical, we lack emotion, and that for me there is a bridge. Okay, so the qualities that the leader in the group needs to have, there's 7: honesty, delegation, commitment, creativity, communication, attitude, humor. Honesty, delegation, commitment, creativity, communication, attitude, humor. Okay, so in a way I kind of feel like honesty and communication go into the same category, but how do I say, often you're telling your clients or your employees what to do throughout the day, and you're telling them that we have this meeting or that meeting. But I think honesty is separate in the sense where you might take your client aside or your employee aside and say, you need to work on this, because it's not beneficial for the company. But I think also being able to take honesty from your employees. If they say you need to sleep more or you need to go and have a holiday, listen to them. Okay, so I think it is in the same box, honesty and communication. But I think honesty can be a little bit different in that you're not always walking around being completely honest with everybody, telling them, like correcting them, rebuking them, and encouraging them. You're not always doing that. But basically what they're saying is don't lie. Don't say this is a great performance when it wasn't. Don't say, if you're unhappy about something and the company's not trying to fix it, be honest with yourself, go find your job and tell the company that you work for. But the thing is that overall communication is important. So where people feel like they can't talk to their bosses or employers, I don't think that is wise. Where people feel like they can't speak to their parents or to the church leader, I don't think that is wise. I think it's necessary that that the employees can be honest with the person leading them. Okay, so that's all kind of communication. Delegation is very, very important, particularly in a big company. You can't do everything yourself. So you're a leader and you're kind of almost like watching over the people, but you can't do everything yourself. So you get some people who are codependent or some people who feel bad to give responsibility to other people. this is where being emotionally intelligent, where you're looking after your own emotional well-being, and these are the 5 things that I do need to be doing, but these other things, I've got people who are maybe even better at that job than I am, and so you delegate. You need to be able to have the courage and confidence to delegate and not feel bad for delegating. Commitment, obviously, because some days you just don't want to go to work. Some days there's problems and you don't want to face it. And you have to get up and you have to go anyway with a happy heart. So commitment is something that we choose and makes for a good leader. Particularly if there's a lot of conflict and you're feeling like the fighters or the the conflict is going on for too long, and you just want to walk away, and you don't want to face it. You have to be committed to it. Creativity. I think this is very, very important in how you do your job and how you keep your employees stimulated and striving.